I don't care how good you are. I don't care how talented you say you are. I don't care how much time and effort you've spent working on yourself, building your skills, and preparing for success. The truth is, there are going to be times in life when things just don't go right. There will be days when no matter how hard you've tried, no matter how perfectly you've planned, everything seems to fall apart. There are times when life throws the unexpected at you. The uncalled for, the unintentional, the things you never saw coming, the storms that arrive without warning, the heartbreak that sneaks up on you, the losses you never thought you'd have to face. We have all been damaged in some way. We've been damaged emotionally, carrying wounds in our hearts that nobody else can see. We've been damaged spiritually, questioning our faith, wondering if we're really strong enough to keep believing when the world around us seems to crumble. It might be your business that's struggling. It might be your career that feels stuck. It might be your marriage that's on the edge of breaking. It might be your bank account screaming at you that you're broke and drowning in debt. You can break physically when your body grows tired, sick, or exhausted. You can break mentally when the stress and anxiety become too much. You can break your heart in moments of grief, betrayal, or disappointment. You can break your spirit when hope seems lost. And all of these breaks leave a mark. They leave scars, deep and painful. But listen to me carefully. The marks they leave can either be the marks of victory, or they can become the marks of defeat. Because here's the truth. It is staying in the breaking, standing in the pain, refusing to run from the fire, that leads to the releasing of your potential. It's not simply what you go through that determines where you end up. It's who you choose to listen to in the middle of your struggle. Because right now, whether you know it or not, you're walking through a valley. And in that valley, there are voices on both sides calling to you. One side speaks wisdom, strength, and perseverance. The other side whispers worry, doubt, and fear. One voice calls you to faith. Another tempts you to grumble and blame. One calls you to gratitude. Another pushes you toward bitterness. Every time you break, in every way that you break, you're faced with a choice. You can give up. You can fall apart and let the pieces of your life scatter. Or you can choose to see it as an opportunity to become stronger, to grow wiser, to move faster, to become more resilient, more determined, more focused, more disciplined. I'm telling you, deep within you, there is a power waiting to rise up. But you've got to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find even one reason to keep going, one reason to fight, one reason to get up when you fall, I know you're strong enough to do it. Because you are human. And every human being has what it takes to endure, to press on, and to conquer whatever life throws their way if they decide to keep pushing through. Tragedies will come. Trials will knock on your door whether you're ready or not. Pain doesn't ask permission. Suffering doesn't check your calendar. And heartbreak doesn't care if you're busy. But hear me well. Only the strong survive. The fight is not over. In fact, the fight is just beginning. And in this fight you have the chance, the sacred opportunity, to show the world what you are truly made of. So I need you to look at the sickness, the hardship, the heartbreak, the crisis that's happening in your life right now. Whatever it is, and I need you to say to yourself, I can beat it. I will beat it. I must beat it. I've got a family to live for. I've got a purpose to fulfill. I've got dreams to chase. I've got a legacy to build. My life is not over. There are some things in life for which you don't need a degree. You don't need money. You don't need anyone else's approval or support. There are some battles that are purely yours to fight. And there are some victories that you simply have to earn by telling yourself, I'm going to get through this. Regardless of what has happened in your past. Regardless of the adversity stacked against you. Regardless of the opposition that tries to block your way. Regardless of the trials and tribulations that keep showing up, daring you to quit. Nothing can stop you, except you. No situation, no circumstance, no obstacle, no piece of adversity has the power to define your life unless you let it. Never let the circumstances you face define the person you become. Tell yourself, I am not retreating. I am not running away. I don't care what they say on paper. I don't care if they say we're outnumbered, outweighed, or outmatched. We don't retreat. We don't run. We stand our ground. We live, and if necessary, we die for what we believe in. And when it's all said and done, everybody will know exactly what we stood for and what we represented. I've got staying power. Be encouraged today. No matter how dark the path you're walking, no matter how many times life has knocked you down, no matter how broken your marriage might feel, no matter how empty your bank account might be, no matter how alone you may feel, there is within you a spirit that is greater than any obstacle you face. So I ask you, what do you believe is happening in your life right now? Are you willing to pray your way through it? Are you willing to fight your way through cancer? Fight your way through that academic struggle? Fight your way through the walls that feel like they're closing in around you? Fight your way through that singing career. Fight your way through boxing, through football, through any dream that's in your heart. I'm telling you, at the end of the fight, there's victory waiting. And as you crawl up and out of that dark, dismal, wretched place, as you rise above what you were yesterday, as you step into the fullness of who you are meant to be, you will see the truth. That in the very act of standing up, in the very act of refusing to stay down, in the very act of fighting on, you will become who you were destined to be. And you will remain unbroken.